Hey, what's up, guys? And yeah, I'm back. So this is what if Naruto was an uchiha. So Minato will be an uchiha, and he'll be like, I'll say that he's up there in the Hokage's ranks. I'll say that he's up there, but he's nowhere. Like I don't say he's nowhere, but he could hold off against Naruto, but he'll lose. But yeah, so he's a renowned Uchiha, but he like has some takes some blonde hair and some dark hair because of from being from the Namikaze and the Uchiha and Kushina has red hair, same as usual. But yeah, so everything goes same as canon with Naruto's parents dying. So yeah. So we're gonna cut to Naruto's 4. Uh, Naruto, he's playing by himself. He's probably just shooting some hoops or something like that. I mean, I don't know what kids at that time would do. Train. Naruto's not training. He's probably just swinging on the swing. But he probably doesn't even like to swing. But he's just swinging because he's by himself. He got kicked out the orphanage just 1 month ago. And he's been surviving by himself. And the third Kage finds him and he's like, Naruto, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be in the orphanage? And Naruto cries and he says, they kicked me out. I'm sorry. They kicked me out. GG. And third Kage's like, what? Why would they do that? He called me a monster. And third Kage's like, I'll get you an apartment. And Naruto's like, what? I can live by myself? And the third girl, he's like, yeah, I'm moving in the apartment. And Naruto basically gets moved into the apartment. And when he's sleeping in it for the first time, he kind of gets scared. But when he really gets scared, when he hears noises in the living room, he's like, what is that? And gets up and goes to the door and sees that it's broken down. And he sees a villager straight at and the villager punches Naruto in the face, and Naruto's like, "What?" And the villager is actually a Genin, because he sees the head and it's like, and he's like, it's a ninja, and the what's it called? Sorry, my recording clicked out, but like I was saying, a ninja game punched Naruto in the face. Naruto got sent back, and he's like, it's a ninja, and the ninja's like, I'm just pissed what you did to his family. And he watches Naruto with a kunai, and he stabs Naruto. Naruto, he tries to run away, but the guy grabs him, and Naruto, he feels something. Oh, okay. He feels something, and he's like, my eyes, they're starting to hurt, and he awakens his Tutomoe Sharingan. Yup, it's Tutomoe Sharingan, and he feels like he has to fight, and he just kicks the guy in the face, and he's like, oh, so that brat has some fight in him. And he comes and he tries to stab Naruto, but Naruto he dodges this, and he punches the ninja in the gut, which kind of hurts, but it doesn't hurt because at the same time, Naruto's 4 years old, but it still packs a punch. And he's like, ugh! And he's starting to get angry, and his moves are starting to get sloppy, which Naruto is using this to advantage, like countering his attacks like a punch, just throws him, like I don't know how to say it, but he punches him. Naruto like dodges this, moves the punch out of the way, and just uses his own body force to attack himself, basically. So Naruto does this, and the guy's starting to get tired. He's like, "You rascal!" And he tries to stab Naruto in the eye, and like, because he knows like there's something going on with his eyes, and he sees the Sharingan. He's like, "The Sharingan," but he still doesn't care, and he tries to stab Naruto in the eye, which Naruto barely dodges, and he kicks on the guy in the knee, breaking it. Yup, breaking it. because it doesn't matter if you're not strong enough or something like that. All it takes the littlest force. All you have to do is just get pushed the wrong way. Like, all you have to do, your body just has to get pushed the wrong way or something in the wrong way for something to break. Which Naruto does this, and he breaks. I don't know. He breaks the guy's ankles. I mean ankles. Yep, he breaks the guy's ankles and he can't move. It's Naruto. He doesn't know what to do with him, and he hears some whispers. He's like, "Kill him," and Naruto's like, "What? Kill him." And Naruto, he does it. He kills the guy, and doesn't, and like he just passes out. He wakes up to see a dead body on the floor. He's like, "What the heck?" And he's like, and he remembers what happened, and he's like, "Oh, I did this." And he drags that body. He makes sure nobody finds it, and he throws it in the nearest river. Yep, and that's it. Naruto, he remembers that something was going on with his eyes, and he starts to remember about what happened yesterday and how he almost got killed. And he remembers that something was going on. So he goes and like he remembers the situation, he remembers the feeling, and he goes in the mirror and sees his eyes and he sees some two Tomos and like a red eye. He tries and he's like, maybe I should go to the library to find this out. He tries to go to the library, but nobody lets him in. But he walks in. He's like, he tries to go in, they didn't let him in. But he asks third Hokage. The third Hokage is like, "Alright, kid," because at this point, I feel like the third Hokage would be like, "Kid, do you even know how to read?" With Naruto saying, "Yes." Yeah, I mean, he can know how to read, but he's not that. And my recording cut again. Well, so Naruto, what's it called? I don't know how to say it. Oh, yeah. What was that? Oh, yeah. So he doesn't know how to read, but he goes to the third Hokage, and the third Hokage, they go in the library, and the librarian can't do nothing. He's with the third Hokage, and Naruto, he looks behind he looks in the back, and he sticks his tongue at the library. I'm the librarian, and the librarian is like, "What?" And Naruto, the third Hokage is like, "Go get the book that you want," and he gets the book, and he's like he gets the book, but he keeps it a secret, and he disappears from the third Hokage, and the third Hokage is like, "Ooh, Naruto!" Like he just disappears. Like he ain't able to book. He just left the third Hokage in the library. He goes home and he reads the book, but he doesn't know how to read. So but he knows that nobody's gonna help him read. But he sees a guy with black hair and like disappearing and reappearing, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he sees that he has the same eyes that he has, and he goes to him and he's like, "I see you have the eyes like me." And he's like, "Huh? You have eyes like that?" And he's like, "Yeah." And Naruto, he shows him the guy, and he's like, "Oh." And he's like, "What's your name, kid?" And Naruto says, "My name is Naruto. What's yours?" And the guy says, "My name is Shishui Uchiha." And he sees and he says, "This is my cousin here. His name is Itachi Uchiha." And Itachi waves and Naruto waves back. And Naruto's like, "Can you read this to me?" And Shishui's like, "This book is not even that good. I'll just tell you how our eyes are." And he teaches Naruto about the Sharingan and how it can how it can copy ninjutsu, and it can do incredible genjutsu, and what's it called? And its ability to perceive movements and see them as a stories and able to counter. And Naruto, he's in awe by this, and Shishui, he trains Naruto for the following years. And we're gonna skip to when Naruto was about 7.5. So this is like 1 month before the Uchiha massacre, and this is when Shishui he goes, he runs, and like this is when he's about to die, and he body flickers. He uses all his last chakra to body flicker to Naruto's house. Naruto he hears like a loud bang, and he's like, "What's going on?" He gets up, grabs a kunai, since he knows that the last time something like this happened, it didn't go to war. So he grabs a kunai, and he sees Shishui bloodied up, and he's like, "Shishui!" Or, well, I'm not here. Anytime, like something like that, since he grew up with Shishui, and he's like trying to see Shishui as a brother figure, and Shishui's like, "Naruto, I'm gonna die soon. Take this," and he sees the Mangekyo eye. He's like, "What is that?" And he says, "This is my eye. Danzo took the other one. Please take it. Kill me. You'll achieve great power." And Danzo said, "I can't do it. I would never do it." And what's it called? He sends a message to Kakashi, and I'm not Kakashi, Itachi, and Itachi comes, and he's like, "What's going on?" And he sees Shishu, and he's like, "What? Shishu, are you okay?" And Shishu's like, "Yes, I'm fine." And Itachi's like, "You're being sarcastic, aren't you?" And Shishu's like, "Yeah, I am. Please, do what you must. You already know what to do. Naruto will have my eye. Both of you kill me." And Naruto's like, "No," but Itachi looks back and sheds a tear, and he grabs Naruto. If Naruto still has their kunai in his hand, and Itachi still has his, and pulls out a kunai, and they both, and Itachi grabs Naruto's hand, and they stab Shishui together. And also he's shocked. He cries over Shishui's dead body. And Itachi's like, he breathes in, breathes out, and disappears. And Naruto, he cries. And that's when he awakens his Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto, after this, what's it called? He realizes that his eyes are different. And he's like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "My eyes." And he tries to go to Itachi, but Itachi's nowhere to be found. He can't find Itachi for some reason. And he looks and he goes into the Uchiha compound. And like he goes, because he's allowed there, like not even all the teacher Uchiha, but I feel like Mikoto and Fugaku know that he has the Sharingan, but they know, but they keep it on the logo for the evasion that they're about to do. So, because they have Naruto's power, and since he has the 9 tails, they're training him to control it. Which Naruto, I forgot to mention this, but he has like power, like he can control it to 1 tails. Yeah, but after like he can only control it for like 30 seconds, to be honest. Not even 30 seconds, like a minute. Yeah, a minute. That's how long he can control the 1 tails, and because that his Sharingan. But with the Mangekyo, he could control the 9 tails, probably getting 2 tails, but that'll be like for 30 seconds. So Naruto, what's it called? Naruto, he goes into a Uchiha compound and he sees the tablet. And he's like, "What?" And his eyes just react to it, and he can barely read it, but he says that he must take another eye, like a soul for a soul, something like that, an eye for an eye. And he thinks about Shishui's eye, and he says, "You'll achieve great power." And Naruto, he goes and he gets Shishui's eyes and he plants it into his right eye. Since Shishui has 1 eye, he doesn't and he knows that a elder named Danzo has it, and he wants it. And a month later, Naruto has been trying to figure out where Danzo is, and he heard about how Itachi killed all the Uchiha, and he's wondering why he did that. He loved the Uchiha. Why would he do such a thing? And he still didn't pull up the pieces when Chifu says, "What you have to do?" Because Naruto thinks, oh, he probably meant survive or live or something like that. And he still wants to know why Itachi did that. But at this point, I'll say that Naruto's like about low Jonin level, and he's been trying to figure out where Danzo is. He hasn't had so much time to visit Sasuke. Sasuke seen Sasuke seen Naruto once, but after that, never. Naruto realizes he's in the he finds him and he wants to call a meeting with the elders, and he talks to he not no never mind. He tries to look for Danzo, but he goes to visit the Hokage and he sees Danzo the way, and he like sees the picture, and he sees Danzo, and he's like, and he's like, it's you, and he keeps it calm under pressure. He's like, yeah, and he's like, Gigi, can you teach me some jutsu? I learn some stuff. And the Hokage is like, no, Naruto, I'm talking to my friend Danzo here. And Naruto, he gives a kind of like a glare, like, I don't like you, like a light, I don't like you glare. And Danzo, he stands there and he's like, so this is the Nine Tails brat, eh? Well, maybe I can recruit him. And yeah. So after this, Naruto, he's following Danzo. He's bottle flicking, hiding his presence as the best he can, which I'll say is good. He can hide, like, because with his chakra, he's like, his presence is known to anyone. All you have to do is just try to sense it, you can know what it is. But Naruto, he hide it, and Danzo, since this chakra is like so low, he doesn't even know who it is, but he probably thinks it's some nature or something like that. Since it's so low, he probably thinks it's some trees, because in the world, chakra's everywhere. So he probably thinks it's some nature energy or something like that. But he doesn't have to. Yeah, but he probably thinks it's just normal chakra. But Naruto secretly follows him and follows him to his base. Naruto then sends a sword that was from Shishui, and he's like, what? And he's like, Shishui? But he sees Naruto, he's like, you're gonna pay for what you did to Shishui, and I'll be taking the eye. And Naruto, he uses his Susanoo, which is a black, what's it called? A black Susanoo, like, ribcage. It's a black Susanoo ribcage. And he uses this and he tries to, like, he just shows this off and he gets rid of it and he sends a fireball jutsu straight at Danzo. Danzo then, what's it called, counters it with a wind blue jutsu, blowing holes in the fireball, and which Naruto's like, I guess you're not going down with the fight. And he does the Chidori, which, wait. But yeah, he does the Chidori, which he copied from Kakashi. And Naruto at this point has some low chakra, not some low chakra, but he has like half of what he has in canon in the beginning of the show. So he has half of that, and he goes straight at what's it called, Danzo. And Danzo, he barely dodges this, but he realizes his back, Naruto's back is open for Uchidori, and tries to kick Naruto, which he does, and Naruto gets sent back. Naruto makes like 4 clones, which they all do like some kind of some Gale Palm, some Gale Palm, which Naruto, he makes another Chidori, and at this point he stabs Danzo, making him bleed, but he's not dead yet. But Naruto, after he's done with the jutsu, he like falls on his legs, not his legs, but he falls down on his stomach, and he gets up and does a fireball jutsu straight at Danzo, which Danzo dodges, and he reveals. And that which reveals his, what's it called? His Sharingan. And I think he has 6 or 7. Yeah, but it reveals his Sharingan, and it reveals his the Shishu's eyes, which takes off his robe, and he causes Ambu, which the Ambu come and try to attack Naruto, which Naruto he expected this since they jumped Shishu, so he already knew what to do. So he makes a like not a thousand, but he makes one clone for each of them, which can give him their hands, like the Susumu rib cage, and Shishu's eyes. I think it's more than enough to take down those Anbu with each phone taking down Anbu. He costs more, which Naruto he's at this point he's on like one of his last chakras there's and he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And just take on the Anbu. The rest of the Anbu are doing some missions that Naruto assigned them to. Because he like I think yeah, Naruto assigned 100 Anbu to like some missions to do some dirty work. Which Naruto he goes out after Danzo and tries to stab him, and they get into like a heated taijutsu fight. Which at this point Naruto killed Danzo and friends finally, and he goes to grab Danzo's eye, and but Danzo he comes back alive and he moves Naruto in the back, and Naruto gets sent back, and he's like. And takes off, like grabs his like some kind of weight and he just pulls it and just lets go and it drops and it kind of makes like a small cloud which Naruto like he just blinds his like he was right in front of Naruto and Naruto's like the speed and he barely blocks and which breaks his arm. Not breaks it, but it damages it, like making it crack a little. And he's like, and he grabs like some kind of not some sword, but like I don't know how to say it, but like some dagger of some sort, and tries to stab Naruto. Which Naruto is dodging and like dodging, and he stabs Danzo again in the heart, which Danzo comes back and he about to punch Naruto, which Naruto dodges, seeing this, and he basically what's it called? Grabs Danzo and twirls him like I'm talking, twirls him. That's my favorite move. Twirls him and activates his Chidori and he stabs to Danzo, killing him. Which Danzo comes back and he's about to stab Naruto in the head. Which Naruto he sees this and he uses Susanoo blocking this, and he gets rid of his Susanoo. Which Danzo was about to fall down, like he's about to come down on the floor, which Naruto like he kicks him in the chin, setting him up, and he makes like 3 clones which tower up on each other, and the last one, which is the real Naruto, comes up and punches Danzo in the face, on like breaking his skull, which kills him. I'm not kills him, but he's on the ground and he's whimpering, which Naruto slices off his head. He's like, what the finally? Which Danzo, he comes back again, and since Naruto's off guard, he kicks Naruto in the face, sending him flying. And Naruto's like, damn that! He's like, what the hell is that? And Naruto's like, it's called the Izanagi. I have different rounds of life. And Naruto's like, damn you. He makes Chidori and he rushes like some fast speed, not even Danzo and Sharingan. You can see this. He blindly like goes in there and he stabs Danzo. And Danzo he dies. And at this point I think he's on his last 2 lives. He takes Naruto seriously and uses his Mangekyou Sharingan, and Naruto he what's it called? His eyes are bleeding. I know he has one Mangekyou, but the other one is bleeding, and this is time for Naruto's unique Mangekyou ability. His unique Mangekyou ability is what should I do? Which one? Yeah, but I don't know what to give him. I don't know which Mangekyou ability to give him. So Um, you can leave in the comments, but if you want me to change it, but I'm gonna give him time stop. He can like control time, and later he could do some cool stuff, some really cool stuff. But he activates this, and he could stop time, and his left eye started to bleeding. That thing bleeding, like he's bleeding, and he's like ah, and he's like damn. And he like, but he stops time and he realizes, yeah, and he feels like he's about to flare. So he throws like some 3 kunai at Danzo. As soon as that time stops, and Danzo's like, what the heck? And like those 3 kunai, he sees this and he's like, what? Like what? And he dodges one of them, but the two hit him in his heart. And Danzo, he's on his last life. Danzo's like, what the heck? And Naruto, he tries to use Koto or Masakami, but Naruto, what's it called? He covers his eyes. He covers his eyes. And like, he's like, damn it. And he has like some kind of, some tissue, not some tissue, but he has some bandage. And he wraps it around his eyes so he doesn't get, thing. And Naruto's like, are you seriously doing this? That gets me an advantage. And Naruto's like, I don't need my eyes to defeat you now. You're on the last life, I guess. So it's that Sharingan. It's that Sharingan. What's it called? It's that Sharingan. Since there's only one Sharingan left. And Naruto's like, that's still good enough to defeat you. Naruto, he senses it with his feet and his eyes. And he sees that Naruto is quietly going up to him. Naruto then, stabs Danzo in the chest. And he's like, and Danzo's like, you bastard. And Naruto takes off his bandages and he rips out Danzo's eye and plants it into Naruto. And Naruto's like, served. And he cuts off Danzo's head, and he cremates the body, and he sees all around all the Anbu that are dead, and the Anbu that are on missions like Sai get their things taken off, like those marks that they have on their tongue, they get it taken off, and now they're free. Naruto then he burns down the whole entire place, and which reveals it since it's like a big giant fire. The Hokage sees this and he sees the remains of Danzo, and he sees all the stuff that Danzo was doing. Because it may be burnt, but it still shows like some evidence of what happened. And he doesn't know who did this. He did this, but he's like, oh, I can't believe you, Danzo. I can't believe it. And yeah. We're gonna time skip to when Naruto's 12. He's been doing some serious training. I'll say that he's joining level at this point. He's high joining level. And I'll even say he's like low. Not low, but he's low Kage level. So Naruto, he's just been doing some weight training, getting like, I would say that but he's really fast without his weights. He could probably go like 100 miles per hour. Yep, 100 miles per hour. Not even 100 miles per hour. But he's above speed with his 5th gate. Like Rock Lee with his 5th gate is how fast Naruto is. So Rock Lee with his 3rd gate. Yeah, Rock Lee with his 3rd gate is Naruto's fast as that. And Naruto, he's still I'm gonna keep it at 5th gate. Naruto's as fast as Rock Lee with 5th gate. I'm sorry. No downscaling Naruto. I'm giving the respect he needs. And Naruto Jutsu, I'll say, like, he's really good in Ninjutsu, Taijutsu, and even Genjutsu. But this Koto of Masakami, he makes something like Tsukuyomi look like, what's it called? Look like trash. Look like some kind of Not some trash, but it looks like some 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 Sakura. So yeah, some Sakura compared to Naruto's Genjutsu, which can literally what's it called? Put you through your greatest like fear and like repeat it like in 1 minute. It's like 1,000 times. That's your greatest fear. 1,000 times. Naruto, you can put you in this for a minute, and you'll be down to the core. Imagine doing this on Kakashi. Yeah, let that sit in your mind. Imagine doing this on Kakashi. Imagine. Yeah, 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 yeah. So Naruto, what's it called? Yeah. Uh, he's in the academy. He keeps on the down low. He still acts like a goofy kid. I mean, not as goofy as the original. He still acts goofy. But everybody thinks he's the weakest. Even Sasuke. He's like, oh, that training. And, but that's where. But, yeah. We're gonna do a test. Naruto, he starts to go all out. And, like, he does some shuriken jutsu. And he does some kunai jutsu. Like, not some kunai jutsu. But he does some shuriken jutsu, which goes amazing. Like, it's perfect, which shocks everyone, even Sasuke. Sasuke doesn't know that Naruto has a Sharingan, but he knows that Itachi and Shishu training him, and he sees this as a waste of space. Like, he sees Naruto when they was training him. He thought Naruto was like a waste of space, a waste of time, because of how weak Sasuke thought he was. But Naruto was actually stronger than anyone. Not anyone in the village, but he was strong. He was very strong. So he does good on the Shuriken Jutsu, and he does excellent on the kunai. And he starts to pop off, like, yeah, he does better than anyone in the class. Sasuke can't even compare to it, which the girls, Sasuke is like, Naruto's cheating! Oh my god! And then Sasuke's like, yeah, Naruto is cheating! And like, Naruto looks at Sakura, and all he sees on Sasuke's face, not Sasuke's face, Sakura's face is useless. That's all he sees. He then walks out, like, hands in his pocket, and Saruga's like, we're gonna be sparring, and first match, like, everything goes the same as original, like, whatever fights you think happen, but we're gonna cut to Naruto versus Sasuke. Sasuke's like, I'm gonna show you that I'm better than you, and so Naruto's like, are you sure about that? And Sasuke's like, of course I am. And he goes to, like, he rushes at Naruto with a fireball jutsu, trying to end this fast, and he smirks. Which Naruto, he's like, everybody thought he was dead, but it's actually a substitution. And Naruto has but he throws it away. He says that he wants to make this fun. And he, like, punches Sasuke in the face, which turns him flying and about to get out the ring. And he knows, like, everybody saw how weak the force was. He knows that Naruto could put way more force into that. But that would, that would destroy Sasuke. That would destroy him. And Naruto's basically pummeling him, like, trying his hardest to get Naruto to kill him. He's pummeling Sasuke. He's like, just fight back. But yeah, that's how it is. Naruto wins, and he didn't even try. It looked like to everyone that he was actually holding back a lot. And yeah, Mizuki tries to go to Naruto to tell him. Naruto knows his bullshit, and he says, don't come with me with that bullshit. Oh, forbidden school my ass. And he walks away. And Mizuki, he tries to steal it, but then now he sees Naruto, and he's like, Naruto, and when he looks at the scroll, he looks back at Naruto. Naruto has the scroll in his hand, and he's like, what the fuck? And Naruto, he appears in Mizuki and stabs him with a sword, like going straight to Mizuki. Like, not killing him, but he stabs him into non-lethal area. So, but basically gets knocked out from above us and takes him to the Hokage, which the Hokage is surprised about how skillful Naruto is, because over the years Naruto has been hiding his strength. Yeah. So Naruto, he's been hiding his strength. I'm gonna skip the teams battle. Not team, but everybody gets the team. It's gonna go same as original. There's Naruto. He got Rookie of the Year, but most of his girls sucked. Like not sucked, but they was decent. But like only till then did he turn up and actually try. But he gets in the same team with Sasuke and Sakura, and they still wait for hours. And Naruto's like, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh, when is this teacher gonna come?" I said, when is our sensei gonna come?" And as soon as he sees this, the Kakashi comes in. He Naruto, he throws like some water bottles straight at Kakashi's face. Kakashi dodges easily, and Naruto, he throws like a couple more, and he's like, pathetic. And Naruto like, it's best thing you. And this says, meet me on the roof, and Kakashi, he substitutes, and he was a clone, which Naruto, he body flickers out of the room, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura climb up. And yeah. Kakashi's like, what's your likes, hobbies, goals, whatever. And everybody says the same thing with Sakura. It's like, I like Sasuke kid. I mean, I don't like Sasuke kid. I like sending someone in my dream. My dislikes, Naruto was mocking. I'm so useless. Stupid bitch. Yeah. Sasuke sings the same thing. Like, I want to kill certain someone. I want to storm my clan because I'm emo. Yeah. Naruto, he says, my hobbies, I like to train. I like to train. I like to eat some ramen, some ichiraku, some good stuff. Some ichiraku ramen. My dislikes, some banshees. Also, the council, stupid bitches. Also, my likes. Mama, I already said that. My dream is become the strongest ninja in history, and I also want to figure out why he did it. And he wants to be evil, and he also says, also, I don't think this is possible, but I'm gonna try to become the Hokage of this village, which kind of shocks Kakashi. Like, he's not shocked, but he kind of shrugs this off and like keeps it in his mind. And Kakashi's like, I don't eat breakfast, which Naruto, he completely ignores this, and he says, who the fuck is this guy to tell me that I ain't gonna eat no breakfast? And basically he eats, and yeah, Naruto, he coming home, not coming home, but he's coming back, and he has some food in his hand, and he has some cereal. He's like, and Sasuke's like, Naruto, are you an idiot? The teacher said not to bring no food or eat any. And Sasuke and Sakura laugh, and Naruto's like, so we're gonna sit on empty stomach? Like, we're gonna go on a mission. So on empty stomach. What if you get hungry? Your energy's not refilled. And are you really gonna listen to that teacher? What if our teacher was some ninja spy or some kind of somebody that's trying to destroy the village, and we actually told us not to eat, so we'll be our weakest strength? Yeah, you don't know that, right? What if we're some kind of Hokage level ninja? Exactly. Boom. That's what I'm saying. I think we were supposed to not listen to his orders so we could be actually at our full strength. Unlike you guys who don't listen or don't actually. And not until he pauses at this moment and he's like, whatever, and he goes to sit down and they wait for their teacher for like forever. Naruto expects this and he like brings something to play with, like some kind of whatever, some spin top. Like those were fun back in the day. Like it's just, you know, just fun as heck. But yeah, he brings one of those. He starts spinning them. He starts getting bored. He spins them on his finger because he has some control like that. Now Kakashi finally appears and he's like, I got these bells. Try to get them. And Sakura's like, what's that tune? And Kakashi's like, for the US, only 2 of you guys will be passing, and they all get shot. Which not he doesn't pay this much attention, and then everybody and Naruto's and like realize like 3, 2, and Naruto he sends a kick straight at Kakashi, which Kakashi barely dodges. He's like, what the fuck? What? And he basically Naruto bitch slaps Kakashi in the face, and all I get is shot. And Naruto he starts getting into a heated taijutsu battle with Kakashi. Naruto like taking some wins, but Kakashi starts getting some rebounds, like boom, 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 boom. And like it basically goes like that. But Naruto he actually awakens his Mangekyou Sharingan, taking this to a whole different level. Like awakening it. And Kakashi's like, what the heck? Is that the Sharingan? And Sasuke's like, what? How does he have those eyes? And he like starts getting pissed and he's like, Naruto! And like Kakashi's like, oh my god. And he wakens his eyes. And and Naruto he starts beating on Kakashi. Like he's straight up beating him. He's not been using no special Mangekyou abilities. He's like straight up normal Sharingan. Like some normal like you should be at Naruto mode for all this, but he just wants to flex. And he starts beating the crap out of Kakashi. Kakashi is like ugh, and he's on the floor kneeling down, and Naruto's like, it's over, and he makes a Chidori and straight tries, and like as he's running, he tries to like, this is it. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, I'll be joining you soon. And at this moment, his Mangekyou awakened, and like Kakashi's Mangekyou Sharingan awakened, and he's like, what the heck? And Sasuke he sees this and he's like, how did they both have Sharingan? And like, and they say, why is his eyes different? Is that the Mangekyou? And like, Kamui appears and Naruto's hand, he sees a portal and he's like, what the heck? And he pulls his hand out, dispersing the Chidori, which hurts Naruto's hand. It doesn't hurt it, but like he's not supposed to do that. Chidori's a straightforward jutsu. Can't go right. You could probably twist it around, but the Sharingan, but it's not meant to be like that. But Kakashi's like, whoa, what is this? And Naruto's like, so you have the Mangekyou too, huh? Well, that still doesn't save that. That's still not gonna save you. And he rushes at Naruto, but Kakashi he's actually standing up putting the fight. They actually get into like some kind of even taijutsu. Kakashi using his Mui to like get rid of Naruto's attacks, like kunai that Kakashi do. Kakashi uses his Kamu to send it to the Kamu dimension, and Naruto sends a punch. Kakashi blocks and he starts to get even for a little bit, but Naruto takes it seriously and he says, let me think of a move. Alright, so the ability is Mangekyou Sharingan. Stop, or like, I don't know. You come with an idea, I'll use it, but he says it is some like Mangekyou Sharingan. Time will stop or something like that, and the time stops, Naruto, he sends like what's it called? Goes and he like punches Kakashi with Kakashi not moving, but he sends punches and he releases time, and like those like punches and the wind pressure start to. At this point, I forgot, wait, no, but yeah, he has his what's it called? The wind pressure from his fist that he threw. What's it called? They're frozen at this point, and he releases time. Like the max, is like 10 seconds. That's how much you can do it for. It's 10 seconds, but it releases, and what's it called? Kakashi feels like some kind of pain. He's like, what the heck did he do? And Naruto explains his ability. He's like, my ability, my Mangekyou Sharingan, each Mangekyou has its own unique ability, and the ability that I have is times control. I know I can control other times. One time I was able to go back time like 1 second, not one, but 3 seconds back in time, which made me pass out. And we have a flashback to when what's it called? Naruto, he dropped something in the pond. He's like, damn it, and like things that he could reverse it back in time, but he actually reverses it back in time, and what's it called? Gets the thing that he had back, and he's like, whoa, and he realizes from the pond, looking at his eyes, he realizes that his Mangekyou is awakened, and he's like, I have time control, and the flashback ends, and Kakashi's like, interesting, this guy's powerful, and Naruto's like, Kakashi, can you do me a favor? Don't tell Third Hokage, or else I'm gonna actually kill you. And Kakashi, he's like, why? And Naruto's like, I want to keep it on the low before, so that I can show off in the training exams. Which Kakashi wants, why wouldn't you tell? Like, why should he? Yeah. What's the problem? If he's gonna reveal it soon, it's not something that he wants to share. But yeah, Sasuke and Sasuke's like, damn it, I don't care about this, and he grabs Sakura's hand, and Sakura's like, Sasuke can, and Sasuke's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like he's not like he didn't say that, but he's like, he gives it like he clear, and they're like, let's go, and then Sasuke comes in with a fireball jutsu. Naruto sees this opportunity, and he's like, fire style. Great flame, destroy your jutsu. And they both send a jutsu with Sakura being used as, yeah, they send some fireball jutsu, like trying to burn us. They actually send some jutsu, and like Kakashi starts burning, and like when they become Sasuke's burnt to a crisp, and Sakura runs up and punches Kakashi, but when Kakashi falls down, they killed him, but the leaves come in, like the leaves, there's like, where Kakashi's body is, you see some burnt leaves coming off of his body, and Kakashi appears, and he's like, you passed! Because you teamwork. And he's like, you're the first one to pass. And Naruto's like, oh really? And Kakashi's like, yep, I'll see you later, bye. And yeah, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Bye.